The dimly lit restaurant hummed with quiet sophistication. The Arcadian table, a jewel in Beverly Hills, was a sanctuary for the elite, a place where deals were made, celebrations hosted, and lives intertwined over fine wine and haute cuisine. The clinking of glasses and soft murmurs filled the space, a symphony of opulence and discretion. Ethan Walsh, a waiter in his late 20s, moved swiftly through the labyrinth of tables. His crisp white shirt and polished demeanor masked the storm brewing within him. Working at the Arcadian was supposed to be his stepping stone, a way to fund his dream of opening his own cafe one day. But tonight, irritation bubbled beneath the surface. His eyes landed on a corner table. A boy, no older than 16, sat beside an older gentleman. The teenager's bright red MAGA hat glared like a beacon against the understated elegance of the restaurant. Ethan felt his jaw tighten. That hat. To him, it was more than an accessory. It was a statement, one he didn't care for. His co-workers often teased him for his strong opinions, and tonight, his frustration simmered dangerously close to the surface. Ethan grabbed a pitcher of water and approached the table. The older man, Senator Alden Roy, greeted him with a polite nod. The boy, however, remained engrossed in his phone, his posture relaxed and self-assured. Ethan set the glasses down with an audible clink, his movements sharper than usual. "What can I get you tonight?" he asked curtly, his tone betraying his irritation. Then, unable to resist, he added, "Or does he gestured at the boy, prefer to be served somewhere else, given the hat and alls?" The senator's expression remained neutral, but a slight tension flickered in his eyes. The boy looked up, meeting Ethan's gaze for the first time. His face was unreadable, calm but watchful. Without a word, he nodded toward the senator, who proceeded to place their order without addressing Ethan's comment. Ethan walked away, a hollow sense of satisfaction mingling with unease. He had made his point, but the boy's silence unsettled him. He had expected indignation or defensiveness, not this quiet composure that seemed almost deliberate. The evening wore on, but Ethan couldn't shake the encounter. As he cleared plates and refilled glasses, he found his eyes drifting back to the corner table. The senator and the boy spoke in low tones, their interactions easy and unhurried. Ethan noticed the boy's calm demeanor, his subtle nods and polite smiles. It irritated him more than he cared to admit. Then came the moment that made Ethan's heart plummet. The restaurant manager, a man known for his unflappable professionalism, appeared by his side with a grim expression. "Do you know who that is?" he hissed, gesturing toward the corner table. Ethan frowned. "A couple of diners?" "Why?" The manager's voice dropped to a whisper. "That boy is Barron Trump, and the man with him is Senator Alden Roy. They're here after a high-profile charity event." Ethan felt the blood drain from his face. I didn't know," he stammered. "Well, you should have," the manager snapped. "You just insulted the son of the former president. Do you have any idea how bad this could get?" The remainder of the night passed in a haze. Ethan's thoughts churned with anxiety as he replayed the moment over and over. The senator's composed response, Barron's unnerving silence. It all felt like a prelude to something larger. His worst fears were confirmed when he checked his phone during a brief break. Social media was already buzzing. Waiter insults Barron Trump over MAGA hat at the Arcadian table. Unreal. Attached was a photo of Ethan mid-sentence, his face twisted in anger. The comments were brutal, ranging from support to condemnation. His manager's voice echoed in his mind. "This is a PR nightmare. You're on thin ice." The next morning, Ethan was summoned to an unexpected meeting. The sender of the message made his stomach twist. Alden Roy. "The boy deserves to be heard," the text read. Ethan arrived at the Arcadian table early, his nerves frayed. When the senator and Barron walked in, he rose to greet them, his heart pounding. The senator spoke first. "Ethan, last night you crossed a line. But I believe in addressing issues directly, not through lawsuits or media outrage." Ethan nodded, swallowing hard. "I'm so sorry. I let my feelings get in the way of my professionalism." To his surprise, it was Barron who responded next. "People see the hat and think they know everything about me," he said, his tone calm but firm. "But they don't. You didn't ask why I was wearing it." Ethan's throat tightened. "I judged you. That wasn't fair." Barron tilted his head, studying him. "Why do you think you did it?" The question caught Ethan off guard. "I guess I've been frustrated. With the world, with everything. I reacted without thinking. But that doesn't excuse it." Barron nodded. "It's not just you. People assume things all the time. But when you hurt someone, you have to ask yourself how you can be better. Not for them, for you." Ethan felt the weight of those words. "I want to do better," he said quietly. "Not just for this, but for everything." The senator placed a hand on Barron's shoulder. "We all have to learn to see beyond the surface. Last night was a lesson for all of us. Now it's about what you take from it." As they left, Ethan watched them go, a mix of shame and determination swirling within him. He knew the road ahead wouldn't be easy, but he was ready to face it. For the first time, he understood that true growth came not from avoiding mistakes but from owning them and choosing to be better. That night, Ethan sat at his desk, drafting a letter. It wasn't just an apology, it was a promise to himself. A promise to look beyond the surface, to listen before judging, and to never let a symbol overshadow the person behind it. For the first time in a long time, he felt a flicker of hope. Perhaps this was the beginning of something better.